Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Naughty.
And if you're just tuning in, I mean, what a time to join us.
Oh.
Naughty at 6:40, a real blue time in the morning. Before we probably just sort of straighten up and go in more of a wholesome direction after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, you've picked the sweet spot right here, right now.
Yes.
What you got for us?
Here's one for you. And this stuff just sort of stumbles onto my desk.
It's unbelievable.
It's like a magnet for smut.
I know.
Strange, isn't it?
Who would have thought that you attract these things and they come to you?
Someone's got to do it. Mm-hmm. They're not going to do it themselves.
Oh.
Although they might, these studies, if you know what I mean. A recent sex study suggests that attitudes towards having multiple partners will soften over the next 50 years. I'm talking about for people in committed relationships. For those outside of a relationship, we might see more of a decoupling between sex and commitment, the study stated. It also suggested that friends with benefits arrangements could be made more commonplace as understanding of the health benefits of sex increases. It's just not something that I'm going to comprehend in my mind as I get older.
So are you saying we're going to be a little looser about if you're in a relationship about having other partners?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that as well. I'm just picturing things going on in my mind right now.
We'll just picturing having that conversation with Tara. Just saying, hey, mate.
Hey, your plans tonight? Because I'm busy.
Yeah.
Or her saying that to me.
Yeah.
Never go down well.
Or to the children. Dad's out this evening. What are you doing, Dad?
I was one of his friends.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I just can't imagine it happening.
The study also predicted that people will have more partners later in life, with promiscuity increasing in our 30s and beyond as confidence and personal development grow. In addition, the role of robots in our sex life is set to increase with virtual avatars and artificial intelligence becoming more prevalent. The study suggested that realistic elves and aliens will replace firemen and nurses in sexual fantasies.
Really?
Finally. Oh, those sexy elves.
What the hell?
Are we sure about that? Are you taking a sexy little elf over a fireman? I mean, you're old school, Joe.
I know. I've never looked at an elf on a shelf and thought, oh, God, I'm Randy now. Know what I mean?
I, for the longest time, have had fantasies about elves instead of nurses. It's just my bag. And I'm so glad that finally they're going to make these little artificial dolls for us.
Oh, wow.
It's an insatiable appetite.
Do you know, like all those young men out there who struggle to get intimate with women are just punched in the air now because they're like, in the future there'll be robots. We don't have to worry about human interaction anymore.
Specifically, robot elves that we can make love to.
The future looks bright, kids.
The future looks bright. Multiple elf partners.
A huge summer of cricket is here on KO Sports. See every ball live. Get on board and download KO Sports today.
Yes, Joe, there's no off-season with KO Sports. Get on board today. We probably need to talk about the cricket because it's happening in Perth. Maybe we don't want to, but we need to. We need to speak to one of the absolute experts from Fox Cricket, and that is Brendan Julian. BJ, good morning.
We need answers, BJ. We need some answers from you, please.
Jeez, I'm looking forward to the second test. Can't wait for that to start.
Should we preview that?
Well, we might as well. This one will be over in about 10 minutes. So they're not going to win this one, the Aussies, and they're going to go 1-0 down in the series. Jeez, they've looked horrible, haven't they? Very, very bad. Everyone stops me in the street and says, what's going on with the Australian cricket team? I said, mate, don't worry. It's 5 tests. Hopefully we can get back and win 1 out of them. It'll be good. That'll be good.
BJ, I left the house last night after the declaration, and my husband texted me and said, they're 3 for 12.
Yeah.
I know. I went and got a coffee and they were 3 for 12. And I was watching a little, and that was late at night because I thought, you know what, I'll stay up with my coffee and I'll watch some great batting from Australia. And they have just blown us away. I mean, they deservedly will win this test match very easily, and that is a shell shock for the Australian team. They will be thinking, what the hell just happened there in the last 2 days? So this is a big turning point. It is a massive turning point for the summer. You don't go to Perth and drop the opening test. We normally go to the Gabba and win that one. So backs against the wall once again for the Aussies.
BJ, I did see a tweet that said that both of Australia's night watchmen got out, and that is Cummins and Labuschagne. It's not a good start for Marnus.
No. Marnus has averaged, I think, 13 in the last 5 Test matches, 30 in the last couple of years. He looks horribly out of form, and Bumrah is exploiting that. I don't think they're going to make any changes. You wouldn't make any changes. You can't be seen to suddenly go, right, he's out, because you don't know who to put in. That's one thing as well.
Bumrah's action's quite unique, isn't it? Imagine that coming at you.
Well, it is. I mean, he grew up as a young kid in the backyard, didn't have a really big backyard. That's why he's got a short run-up.
Right.
He basically in the back of his house, it was just like a little apartment block up against a brick wall, and that's why he bowls that way.
I bet you wish you could have learnt to have bowled off 5 steps, BJ, during your career. Would have saved you some energy.
Yeah. Who wants to do the long run up and get smacked to the boundary? I mean, what was the point of that? So, yeah, I wish I'd done that as well.
All right, BJ, we'll let you go, but your prediction, when does it end? How long do we last?
40 minutes. No, that's been silly. Okay, I'll give you an hour. I reckon they'll be done and dusted on the plane, back home by the end of the day.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my very goodness, man.
India would be pretty happy as well. I mean, geez, Pat Cummins, he'd be looking forward to that press conference, I reckon. Good luck.
The media won't be harsh. We'll understand.
We're pretty good in this space.
Well, they'll just go, hey, what went wrong, Pat? And you go, oh, mate, how long you got? And they'll go, well, we booked him for 5 days, so we've got about another day and a half, 2 days.
Oh, BJ, appreciate your time, mate. Looking forward to catching up.
Does anyone
again.
feel like a trip to Scarborough?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go down to Rottnest. Let's go to Rotter. There's a bit more on that trip.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know. I need to know.
I need to know.
What's in the news today?
I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
Beautiful mouth-watering prospect of a Port Crows AFLW Grand Final. That theory got heavily debunked on the weekend. So both sides went down in their preliminary finals. Yeah. Someone pressed the wrong button though. So Port Adelaide played against the Kangaroos, got absolutely trounced. You said it was all over 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, 25 to 30 seconds. It didn't look good, particularly at half-time when you're like, hey guys, got to kick a goal.
Yeah.
Let's go into the second half and just aim to kick a goal.
Okay.
But what they're saying as well is, though, whoever makes the grand final gets to lose to North Melbourne. So there you go.
Yeah. And also the Adelaide Crows took on Brisbane up there in Brisbane. Unfortunately, someone smashed the wrong button when they ran onto the field because this song was playing.
It's probably the worst song you could possibly hear as a Crows player / The girls are like, come on! Yeah. So are you saying that's why they lost? Is that the conspiracy theory?
I think Brisbane were probably the better side, but Kangaroos Brisbane AFLW final should be a good one.
Yeah.
Would have thought.
Well, look, I'm going to say this. Brisbane have been the best team in the AFLW since its inception. I know Crows have won more premierships, won 3 versus 2, but I mean, Brisbane's just always up there.
They're very consistent.
Here's a stat for you, Joes. If they win on Saturday night, they'll become the first AFLW side to go back-to-back.
Oh, there you go. That's
no one's
nice.
done it before.
Hey, can we talk about mouthwash, please?
Sure, okay.
All right.
Finally, let's talk gargling.
Yeah. So if you're a heavy TikTok user, and who isn't in this room, there are some pretty wild claims about mouthwash from a doctor who says it can cause cancer, heart disease and gum disease. But then another doctor has come out and said that's literally hogwash.
Right.
Mouthwash is not hogwash.
Hogwash, which he's washing his mouth with. Interesting times.
So this particular doctor says, yes, it can kill off nasty bugs in your mouth that cause bad breath. The bad part is it doesn't discriminate because it kills the good bacteria too.
It's ruthless.
Isn't it?
It's absolutely ruthless.
Those silent little allies that keep everything balanced, the mouthwash is knocking those off as well. So apparently tongue scraping is the thing. Have you got a tongue scraper?
I don't have a tongue scraper. I'll let you in to my life. I scrub my tongue and my mouth like it's the last time I may do that in my life. Each and every time. It's part of the routine. I brush my teeth 2 to 3 times a day and scrub the absolute hell out of my tongue.
Really?
Yeah. It's good. It keeps your mouth fresh.
Okay. Interesting behaviour from you.
No,
So-
I've got this deep fear of bad breath.
Have you?
Yeah, it's really quite... And once I smell bad breath, I don't think I can unsmell it.
Yeah, right.
It's always sort of linked.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
Hey, good news. I've never smelled bad breath on you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Appreciate that.
Producer Flack, on the other hand.
Come on.
Epic fella.
Just a cesspool of germs in that mouth, isn't it?
But what we will say is that this is the spot. 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning. Oh, that's just a haven for bad breath, isn't it?
I'll let you into a little insight into our lives as well. When you get up early, for some reason, by about 9 o'clock, just your mouth tastes like, doesn't it?
Because you've already been sort of kicking around for so many hours. It's like, feels like it's sort of 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And you've had a couple of coffees by then as well.
Yes, exactly.
All that excess milk that's just sort of rustling around. Producer Flack, we don't mean to pick on him, but
come on.
you have about 4 or 5 coffees a day, 3 or 4 by that time as well.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't have bad breath. I've just got coffee breath.
No, it doesn't work like
She's
that.
bad breath.
If you come over here close to my mouth, you'll just smell that sweet sense of hardcore Makona.
Makona.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke.
A joke.
That's a terrible joke.
Best way to start the week. We've said that since day 5.
100%.
Bit of humour.
Yeah. Just give me your veins. I'm going to inject you. Let's go.
No, here's my veins.
Oh, there you go. You want me to fill... Okay, that sounds
Hook
so
that
rude.
sweet serum in there, please.
Do you want me to fill you up? That sounds really rude.
Oh, my very goodness. Although it is a good space for it, the Monday morning joke.
That's true.
Bit of humour. A special guest this morning as
I
well.
know. Producer Flax in the house.
Oh, look at him go.
I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous.
No,
Well-
you'll be right.
How about you kick us off and you set the tone this morning?
Oh, this could be a very bad tone. Okay, I'll do it. A man walks into a library and orders fish and chips. The librarian says, "Excuse me, this is a library." And the man goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'd like some fish and chips."
Because I get it. It's good.
Got it.
That's
No,
good.
That's not bad.
And you're not even a dad, Flack. That's
I'll be really honest. I reckon Jodie was just being real nice in her reaction there.
Or she didn't get it.
Okay, I do get it. I do get it. What I will say is this. I reckon producer Zoe did that joke a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
She
really?
might have. It's very familiar.
Oh, crap. We've probably got on the same website.
I mean, you had one job this morning. One job was to come up with some original material.
What, you didn't write that?
Okay, you said I'm setting the tone. It's a very bad start, so
There
I'll
you
throw
go.
it back to you two.
Okay, Jodes.
Fine.
Your turn.
Hey, did you hear that joke about the drunk who got kicked out of the museum for spanking the statues?
Oh, gosh, no.
He really hit rock bottom.
That's good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like
Thank
that.
you. Bring us home. Bring us home.
A rock bottom classic. All right, here you go. 2 men are sitting drinking at a bar at the top of the Empire State Building when the first man turns to the other and says, "Do you know what? Last week I discovered that if you jump from the top of this building, by the time you fall to the 10th floor, the winds around the building are so intense that they carry you around the building and back into the window. It's crazy."
What?
The bartender just shakes his head in disapproval while wiping the bar. The second guy says, "You're insane. There's no way that could happen." He says, "No, it's true. Let me prove it to you." So he gets up from the bar, jumps over the balcony, plummets to the street below. When he passes the 10th floor, the high wind whips him around the building and back into the 10th floor window, and he takes the elevator back up to the bar. Once upstairs, he urges his fellow drinker just to go ahead and try it. The bloke says, "Well, what the hell? I saw it with my own eyes. It'll work. I'm going to try it." So he jumps over the balcony and plunges down, hitting the sidewalk with a splat. Back upstairs, the bartender turns to the other drinker and saying, "You know what? You're a real knob when you drink, Superman." I've always said that too. Don't go drinking with Superman because you'll gaslight you into jumping out the window.
So true.
The cricket's not fun at the moment. I'm not having a good time watching the test, I'll be honest.
We're supposed to be good at it. That's the death taxes and the Aussies being good at cricket.
Yeah, what's with that? We're supposed to be smashing India.
Yeah.
But in turn, we're getting smashed by India. It doesn't feel very nice.
That's not the script.
Was that the stat as well, that Virat hasn't scored a ton in 5 years until yesterday? Oh, my gosh. Way to break the drought,
Come to
Virat.
Perth, they said.
Do you know what's really painful, Jodes?
What?
Explaining sport to either a youngster or a significant other.
Oh, yes. I had to explain how sixes and fours worked at the WBBL to my 13-year-old the other day.
That
So
should be reasonably straightforward.
You would think,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Did you have to explain something to Lottie?
I did. No, I had to do it to Henry. But the funny thing is, like, just trying to explain things like, you get someone out, it's a wicket. The stumps are also a wicket. And also to Henry, which blew his mind. I was like, no, mate, so you actually bat twice?
Yep.
And then also he'd go, well, Australia's about to bat. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, so they'll win. I'm like, no, they definitely won't win. Why won't they win? And I'm thinking, there's still heaps of time, but they won't win. Well, why won't they win? Because you just don't win from this position. Well, why not? I don't know, mate. I don't know, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
In short, we suck.
Yeah.
Producer Flack, your beautiful fiance as well, also is very much a child in this space.
I wanted to watch Virat get his century yesterday.
Yes.
And we're going to watch something else this night. I just want to see him get his 100. Yep, no worries.
Yes. As we've just explained, he hasn't done it for 5 years. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal. Okay, first question. Who's that? Virat Kohli. Is he big? Yes, he's got about 270-odd million followers on Instagram.
Oh,
then I get a couple of minutes silence and it's, oh, my God, his wife is so hot. Yep, great. Why is he not batting anymore? Because they declared. What's that? What does that mean? I'm like, I give up.
Oh, God.
Forget it. I don't want to watch cricket anymore.
Just cannot.
It means they don't want to bat anymore. Well, why not? Why would they keep batting? Oh, gosh, because there's a time limit. Like, oh, this is so painful. And then eventually Henry goes, Tad, this is so boring. And I'm like, I know. And then he goes, let's change the channel. I'm like, I can't. I have to watch this crap.
Celebrating normal dads of Adelaide doing hot things. Let me call you. Jody and Hazy's Hot Dads of Adelaide calendar.
Well, it has just been announced that you are going to be Mr. December. What a thrill, what a rush, what a career highlight.
Well, that's something that I didn't see coming, to be honest.
No.
It was a genuine stitch-up.
Hey, do you know who else didn't see it coming? Your wife, Cara. And she joins us on the line now. Good morning, Cara.
Cara involved.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Would you describe your husband as a hot dad of Adelaide?
Did
you press that, Cara, or did I?
Yeah. No. But isn't this all about normal dads doing hot things? Hazy, I want to know what thing you're going to do.
Did you not hear this? That's well.
Look, I see you topless, you got the six-pack, you sorted, but what is the normal dad thing you're going to do that just gets your wife going?
Okay.
Great question, Cara.
Okay.
Great
Right,
question.
I'll take it from here. Do you remember the other day, Cara, when I went to change the light globe in the kitchen? Now, I didn't do it, but I got in the process of doing it before there was a slight hiccup. So we didn't change
and
it.
then I had to call Mum to come and fix it, come and do it for us.
Bless you,
because
Julie.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah, good. How good's Julie, by the way?
So good. But also, I jackhammered our bathroom at 20 weeks pregnant with Lottie to renovate it.
Yep.
You sat on the couch watching some TV series.
What?
You banned from the lawnmower and the whippersnipper.
I am banned from those things. I think at one stage while you were jackhammering, I brought you some nice, refreshing cold lemonade.
Oh, that's lovely.
No, I think I asked you to take a photo to put in a family photo book. So I was like, one day our children can see what their mother has done for them.
Yes,
Yeah.
No,
mate.
but in all seriousness, I have been thinking there is one thing that you actually do really well, and it is glad wrapping leftovers.
Oh.
You do it like it's tight and it's put together really well, and you use half the roll to do it. But
Yeah.
to be honest, that's all I can come up with.
And
But by all means, if you've got something else that you think that you do great,
leave it with me. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
The glad wrapping, eh? Like, what are we talking? How effective is it? What?
Cara, just to really drill down on this, the only effective thing your husband does around the house is glad wrap.
yeah, but not all things. Just like a plate of leftovers.
Oh,
If
that's
people
it.
use too much glad wrap, like a tomato or something like that. Yeah, no, just a bowl of leftovers. Like
Right. You're a very, very
Be
lucky
right.
lady.
I count my blessings every day that I have you, Andrew.
Yeah.
My fourth child.
And that's a big one too.
I love you. Have a good day.
See ya.
There she goes, off into the sunset.
Oh,
Thanks a lot, Jodes. It's that time of the year, Jodes. Yesterday,
Yes.
across the weekend rather, we put up our Christmas tree.
oh, so did we.
It was really quite an adventure.
Must have been the weekend for it.
It's always fun though, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
the kids get involved and there's no reason, and you're sitting there, and sometimes if you're a little bit OCD, you're like, no, you can't put that decoration right next to that one, you little idiot. It looks stupid. But this is your day. This is your day, and you do what you feel is necessary.
You do you, boo.
Yeah.
It's good fun adventure, isn't it? Now, I have it on good authority that your wife is seeking a Balsam Hill fir tree, FIR tree, which retails at, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? $1,500.
Yeah, it's quite the top shelf Christmas tree, isn't it? So she's not after it, but she did say to me, we've got a Christmas tree, I think it's worth like maybe $300, which I think is incredibly fancy. And we've used it probably the last sort of 3 or 4 years. And when we're trying to put it together and we're unfluffing it and all sorts of things.
Yes.
This is where my wife showed me her dream Christmas tree.
Right.
Didn't know there was such a market. She described it as the Gucci of Christmas trees. Great. To which, obviously, my question is, why would you pay $1,500 for that versus the one that we've got, which sure is a little bit raggedy?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
And she said the plushness.
Oh, it is
It's
very...
all about the plushness.
It's very thick and bushy. I have to say that when I had a look at the website. We put ours up on the weekend and it's white, and I think it's seen better days. I'm going to show you a photo here. It's okay. So something's happened to the lights over the journey. So if I show you that photo and you can describe to people what's happening with the lights on our
It's
Christmas.
white.
Yeah, it is white.
It's
Christmas.
white.
Yeah, so.
Oh, you've got the same mechanical issues we did.
Oh, really?
Bottom section working.
Yes.
Top two
section.
halves not working.
No, exactly.
Yes. You've got a mechanical issue.
What, does anyone know an electrician?
Yeah, we
Because
had that as well.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
It's
Just the
really
bottom part
embarrassing.
of the tree is a light.
The most embarrassing part is the fact that it's white. Why do you have a white Christmas tree?
Why wouldn't you have a white Christmas tree?
Because we live in Australia. We have green Christmas trees.
It doesn't matter. My only concern with the white Christmas tree, it's become a little bit dishevelled. And now that I look at it and look at the photo, geez, that needs fluffing up a bit more, doesn't it?
It needs some plushing. It needs more plushness. It needs plushness injected.
I also need $1,500 for one of those trees that your wife wants.
Yeah, I think my Christmas tree is actually quite fancy compared to yours.
I know. Mine looks bloody sad now that you say
You
it.
think yours is worth about 300 rupiah. Unbelievable, Saints. So there you go, Christmas tree conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew there was a market for a $1,500 Christmas tree?
Get around it.
Not me. That's not happening ever in our house, by the way.
No.
So my wife's listening. Don't surprise us. Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Like when she brought that treadmill and didn't tell you about it. It's
Yeah.
like, can we get a treadmill? Good.
At
I've
least
already
that's
brought
something
it.
good. Do you know, I should say, no, definitely do. Do get it for next year.
Right.
Don't turn this into a challenge.
What are you doing?
No, if I say do it,
Yeah.
that won't happen. If I say don't do it, it will happen.
Jeez,
Yes.
your relationship is complicated.
Oh, God. Kid Leroy performed at the Entertainment Centre last night. He was absolutely magnificent. No complaints. Everyone saw him last night saying that he was excellent. And he was out and about yesterday before the gig.
How's this? You were telling me this story. So just hanging out at Theberton.
Yeah. So he was at a little place called Bloom, which is just over the road from the Entertainment Centre and from Channel 7. And a few of the girls from Channel 7 went over there. And that's like where a lot of people from Channel 7 go and get a coffee.
Yep.
It's a really, really cool place.
Yeah.
And one of the girls sent through a text saying, is this Kid Leroy? And they were like, yeah, it is. And is he sitting next to Tate McRae? Like, oh my gosh. The Kid Leroy and Tate McRae are just casually having a coffee at Bloom in Theberton.
And so did they go over there or did they?
Well, I was like, go hit him up.
Yeah.
Go speak to him, see if he wants to. And obviously, when you have a coffee right next to a major news station, you can imagine that
He's asking for it.
probably he's asking for it. He's asking for an interview. He didn't oblige. But what we didn't spot as well was there was two giant security guards who were just sitting over to the corner.
Yeah, right.
So when I saw the photo, my first reaction was, well, that's pretty cool. Kid Leroy's still, I mean, he's a big, big megastar, but he still just sort of cruises around and
Yeah.
does things like the rest of us until you spot the two security guards and the black van out the side.
Yeah, he said last night at the concert on stage, he said there's a Indian restaurant at Glenelg. He couldn't remember the name of it, but that's he goes, you guys need to hit it up.
Ah.
I'm like, what's the name of it now, kid?
God, what about the guys at Glenelg?
Yeah.
I'm like, we were so close to getting a proper endorsement from the Kid Leroy. And the last hurdle, he goes, I can't remember the name. Oh, no.
Celebs in the wild, let's do this. Have you had a celebrity encounter just out and about? Have you spotted an absolute megastar on 13-24-10?
Yeah.
I was at a hotel in Melbourne and I was just sitting in the foyer and this woman walked in and I was like, oh, she's so thin, like teeny tiny little legs. That was the first, long legs, but teeny tiny nonetheless. And I looked up and I went, oh my God, that's Elle Macpherson.
Oh, my gosh, the body. Wow.
So she sat down in the booth behind me, and she must have been with her assistant, I reckon, who was introducing her to her boyfriend for the first time. And it was all very awkward, you know, when you meet your friend's new boyfriend. It's
You
like
people watching.
Yeah, and everyone's just trying to impress everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That's mine.
I remember seeing years and years ago Angus Stone at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
And not a big fella.
No.
Not a big guy, Angus. And I just remember because I was a massive Angus and Julia Stone fan when they first started.
Yeah.
But he was wearing sunnies inside.
Oh, I hate that.
And he had a surfboard. Clearly he was going up north.
Yeah.
This is at Sydney Airport. And I remember being like, I don't know about the sunnies there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the sunnies there, Gussie. And also there was a story getting around of not the last time that they were here, the time before that, the Foo Fighters, of someone bumping into Dave Grohl at a pool lounge. It was either England, Elg or the City. And they were like, that guy is the biggest ringer for Dave Grohl of all time. And then I'm like, hang on, the Fooies are playing tomorrow night. It's him. No. And they went and approached him and spoke to him for about 5 to 10 minutes. Said he was lovely.
Oh, my God, he seems so nice, Dave Grohl, except except for the whole fathering a child
the love
outside
child
of
thing. Let's just push that to the side.
We don't know. Not worried about that. Let's take your calls this morning, 13 24 10, celebs in the wild.
Let's go to Jason in Salisbury Heights. Hey, Jason. Does this story match up? Are you a Fooies fan?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, definitely.
What happened?
So a while ago when they were playing at the old Adelaide Oval, the night before, like I had tickets to go there, but the night before I thought, I'll go out for dinner, and I went out to Gaucho's, sitting down, eating a meal, and then all of a sudden the Foo Fighters walked in, and Jack Black, because he was performing, they sat at the table next to me, and I was so excited. I didn't want to get up and bother him, and then someone else did, and I thought, bugger it, I'm getting up. And I went over to him, talked to Dave Grohl, and had a good chat. He was really friendly, and then one of his staff that were there actually grabbed my phone and took a photo of us, and he's got his arm around me, and it was awesome.
That's awesome. Do you know what's really refreshing about that, Jason, is that you'll be a Fooies fan forever now, and you'll tell so many people how much of a lovely bloke Dave Grohl is.
Yep. No, he's so down to earth, and he's joking around and stuff, and he didn't have a problem, talking and having a photo, even though they were out at dinner.
Wow. Yes. Let me guess, Jason, he was at Gaucho's. Did he have a steak?
They hadn't ordered yet, just before him, but they were getting beers. I think they were drinking Cooper's Sparkling Ales.
Oh, there you go. Sampling a bit of the finest local ingredients. That's good.
I love these stories. 13 24 10. Give us a call. Celebs in the wild. What was your encounter?
All right. And can you top Foo Fighters and Jack Black?
That's rough.
That is outrageous.
Check this out.
This is Adelaide's favourite way to wake up. Jody and Hazy on Nova 919.
8:25. We're taking your calls on 13 24 10. Your celebrity encounters, because sometimes even in Adelaide they just sort of pop up, but more so maybe in Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
But you don't know how you're going to handle yourself, and you don't know. I reckon sometimes when you see someone in the flesh, your brain can't quite work out that they're even real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you think because you know them that they must know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're all familiar.
You're like, Elle McPherson. Hey, Elle, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Do you call it Elle or do you call her the body? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not quite sure.
Are you that close with it you can call her the body?
No, I definitely am not.
It's only her inner circle.
13 24 10. We're taking your calls this morning. Let's go to Nicole from Morford Vale. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning.
Who was the celeb in the wild?
It was 5 of them. It was the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yes! Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's outrageously good. What was that like?
That was awesome. It was back when it was the old Adelaide Airport, so it's heaps easier to get around. And I met them at the airport and got their autographs. I was invited into their sound check. And I went to the concert that night, and then the following day I met them again at the airport and had photos. And Kevin was ordering his own Vegemite sandwich from one of the cafes, and it was great.
So Nicole, what about the rest of that night? Did you see them again? Like, what sort of happened? Sounds like
I went to their concert and I tried to get backstage, but couldn't. But so at the airport, I had the lid off of my Texter, and I'd unfortunately drawn all over my top. And I think it was Brian or AJ or someone said, "Oh, you got magic marker all over yourself." And I'm like, what the hell is a magic marker?
Yeah.
Texter.
Oh, there you go. That would have been AJ. That's classic AJ.
Classic
by the way.
AJ, no.
That is absolute classic AJ.
Thanks, Nicole. Let's go to Lexi from Findon. Good morning, Lexi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who was the celeb in the wild?
I saw Jeremy Piven from Entourage.
Oh, my very goodness. You saw Ari Gold.
You read The New Republic?
Yes.
I've heard of it. Well, I was reading that, and it's interesting because what it says is that you don't know what the you're talking about.
Oh, my gosh. Please tell me that you had a nice little long conversation at least with him, Lexi.
We did not. He was sitting in business class. We were sitting in economy going to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And my partner didn't believe me that it was Jeremy Piven, so he's sitting there going, Jeremy! I was mortified.
That is not cool. That is not
It's
cool.
not turn around.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Neckman and Jeremy's got his headphones on.
Yeah, it's like pretending that he
He
can't
was
hear a thing.
unimpressed.
That's cool, though.
That happens.
Jeez. And,
Yeah.
and he's flying Jetstar too. Cheap.
Yeah, hang on.
What a cheap
So it
ass.
was Jetstar.
No, I don't know. I don't think Jetstar has business class,
That's
does
a
it?
confusing part when Ari Gold turns up on Jetstar. And I'm probably at the front, a bit of extra leg room. That's all it is.
So true.
13 24 10, your celebrity encounters. What about this? We're going to take a call next. Imagine just sort of bumping into and perhaps having dinner with the one and only Aquaman.
Oh, what?
Oh, my gosh. The Aquaman. And boy, oh boy, Jason Momoa, he'd put away some tucker. That's for sure.
Celebs in the wild. Let's go to Glenn from Wallace Cinemas. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Good, good. Who have you encountered?
Well, we've had a few over the years. Probably the one that I remember the most is back when we had the Academy Cinemas at Hindmarsh Square.
Yeah.
One night I was on duty and in walks George Michael.
Oh, yes. Of course he did. He would have strutted in too as well.
Well, he came into it was a movie called Suspect with Cher and turned up with a young lady, his bodyguard and his manager.
Yeah.
And I personally escorted him into the cinema, and all the staff wanted an autograph. And I said, look, just wait till they come out. So when they came out, I said to the manager, is there any chance of George doing an autograph? And he went, yeah. And they sort of walked off. And I went, oh, okay, thanks. Next day, he turned up, a package turned up at the cinema with 2 tickets to, I think it was at Memorial Drive, an autographed photo that he signed. I've got it at home hanging up.
What? That's
awesome.
Yeah, he was really good. We've had plenty over the years. We had you talk about the Backstreet Boys. We had the Backstreet Boys in.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue came in a few times. John Denver, Paul and Dean.
You've had them all.
Paul and Dean. We didn't have any ice at the time, but they were there.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Probably the one that was interesting was Lindy and Michael Chamberlain came in to see Evil Angels the day it was released.
Okay. Yeah, you just
the
went
film
from,
about them.
You went from Backstreet Boys to John Denver. I'm like, how much more random can you get there, Glenn? And then you drop
I'm
Lindy
just throwing them out there. I'm just throwing them out there now.
That's amazing.
That's incredible. Thank you, Glenn. Good call. Would you like a Wallace Cinema family pack? No.
Let's go to Peterhead. That's where we find Mac. Good morning to you, Mac.
Good morning, Jody. Morning, Horse.
Yes, there he is, my man. Hey, who did you spot?
It kind of was in the wild, but it wasn't in the wild. It was a bit of a surprise to me, but my uncle was down from Sydney and gave me a call and he said, you need to come out for dinner tonight. We're going to Press I think it's on Morford Street. I can't remember. I'm not really
Weymouth,
good with...
maybe?
Yeah. Right.
Weymouth, that's the one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I turn up and there he is sitting having a glass of wine with Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
You're kidding me. How does that happen?
It was absolutely insane. I was completely shocked. Apparently they've been mates for years and years and years. So.
What? That's not. Is he? Am I getting this wrong? Is he from Adelaide, Jason Momoa? He's from Australia.
No, he's from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh.
So nice try.
So, Matt, can you just quickly establish how was there that connection? Like, what was the?
Yeah.
Were they just mates from where?
So apparently a long time ago, Jason was dating a girl that was on Baywatch or something like that, an Australian girl on Baywatch.
Yep.
And she lived in Sydney and she knew my uncle, so they had met through that and
So
then
random.
remained friends after their separation. So,
wow.
I mean, who wouldn't want to remain friends with Momoa, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I want to be friends with Aquaman.
Yeah.
You know, thank you so much, Mac. You know how sometimes you see those memes and they just tickle your fancy for no apparent reason. Have you seen the meme? And it's it's him mowing the lawn, so he's standing behind a lawnmower, and the caption just says, "Hi, I'm Jason. This is my mower."
Draper is so fast.
He's been an absolute star for South Adelaide in the Sandford.
What a win from Draper. Inspirational from the captain.
A favourite of our very own Fitzy.
I'm really pumped. He's a local boy. He's quick. He's agile. And I think he's only going to get stronger. And he'll be great for the Crows.
And has just been drafted at number 4 to play for the Adelaide Crows.
Adelaide select Sid Draper.
Please welcome new Crows recruit, Sid Draper.
Ladies and gentlemen, your number 4 pick, but number 1 in our hearts, it's Sid Draper. Hey, there he is.
Morning. Thank you for having me on here.
Yeah, we were just saying, just off air, just quiet week for you. Any much going on, Sid? Or
Yeah, what have you been up to, Sid, last sort of few days? Anything substantial happen? Or?
Oh, just some quiet reading time. Staying at home with the family.
Yeah.
Average day.
Now, Sid, there was a lot of conjecture about whether the Crows were going to go local and a good South Adelaide boy, or they were going to head over to Victoria. I heard that Matty Nix gave you nothing. He didn't give you any sort of hint as to whether you were coming to the Crows or not. What was that feeling like when you realised Matty was just playing ducks and drakes?
Oh, it was a huge relief. As you said, he didn't really give me anything, so I was sort of in my head, sort of, what's going to happen now. But when my name got read out and they sort of said it was an easy choice, that just really filled my heart, and it was awesome.
Sid, what's your personal situation here? If you had to have gone interstate, would you be leaving behind a girlfriend?
Ooh.
Oh, no. No tie down there.
Wow.
That's okay. It's a big year to concentrate on your new girlfriend, and that is a Sharon. Hey, Sid, I love asking the new draftees about if they've got any texts from particular people that's absolutely blown their mind. You would have got maybe hundreds of texts, but your most high-profile texts, maybe from current teammates, former teammates of the Crows?
Tex and Dawson, couple big ones, which is so cool. Benny Hart messaged me, who's a legend of the football club.
Yeah.
So that was pretty special to see him, and to be potentially maybe wearing his number as well would be pretty awesome.
I wonder, Sid, when you go to reply to these guys, is it like, when you have a girl that you like and you start typing and then you go, oh my God, no, and then you delete and then you start typing again and then you check with your mates and go, is this all right?
I had my brother next to me sort of helping me out. It's so cool to be able to reply to AFL players and the rest of the staff that are at the club.
Yeah.
So cool.
So you know what, Sid? You only get one chance in your life to a random number pops up and it's Tex Walker and you respond with, sorry, bro, don't know this number, who dis? Did you take that opportunity or did you keep it above board?
Yeah, I kept it to just a thought, luckily. I would be afraid what Tex would do to me if I did that.
Yeah. Or just like ha-ha emoji it.
Cheers, mate. Don't know you.
Yeah, just before we let you go, Sid, there were comparisons in the coverage of the draft between you and Jason Horne-Francis. I will warn you that Hazy has a massive man crush on Jason Horne-Francis. You could be next, Sid Draper. You could be next.
Sid, tell me you move like Jason does.
I have been told I do move similar to him. He's been a friend of our family and my brother for so long, so I've sort of seen him play for so long, and I did sort of see similarities in our game. But he's an awesome player, and he's an absolute star of the game right now, so to even get us even close to him would be unreal.
Yeah, well, you're in a very, very unique group, and I feel like most of you guys are similar. Of course, I'm talking blokes who have been picked in the top 5 from South Adelaide. You've got Draper, you've got Horne-Francis, and then you've got Ryan Fitzgerald.
Oh, yes.
And he had this to say about you a couple of days ago, Sid.
I'm really pumped. He's a local boy, good southern boy. He goes to Cardine College, and he's a jet. That's the other thing. He's quick, he's agile, and I think he's only going to get stronger, faster, and he'll be great for the Crows.
Right, so any comparisons to Fitzgerald?
No, I don't think so, unless he's fast and quick and agile, like you said. I'm sure he was.
I'm not sure. I don't remember those words being used.
No, exactly. Well, Sid Draper, it has been such a lovely chat. Nice to talk to you. Your challenge now is we've already enlisted Josh Rochelle. He's a good friend of the show. He listens to the show all the time. So you need to get all the Crows boys around Jody and Hazy in the morning. Are you up for it?
Oh, sure can.
Yeah, perfect.
Will do.
Good on you, Sid. Congratulations. We can't wait to watch your career unfold.
Thanks.